Hey, it's Zane here, and happy Friday to you, wherever you may be. Great start to the morning for me. I've done my morning routine, my stretching, hydration, workout, bit of breath work, and now I'm just down waiting for the rain to subside so I can take my little dogs for a walk around the park. But I wanted to share some thoughts with you briefly this morning. I'm in the middle of reading a book called Outlive: The Art and Science of Longevity, and it's written by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Peter Attia, Attia. And I'm not sure whether you've heard of Peter or not, but he's very prolific on social media, on all of the major, the biggest podcasts in the world. And it's really a fascinating book to listen to, and really central to Peter's message is just how important it is for us to be focused on not just lifespan, the number of years that we're on this earth, but also the quality of those years, and what he likes to refer to as health span. He talks a lot about medicine 3.0, and how we're really at a stage now where we need to be very much in charge of our own health destiny. And central to a lot of what Peter talks about is what he refers to as the greatest longevity drug that exists. And that, of course, is exercise. Now, it may come as a surprise to you that it is exercise, but a lot of people say it's diet, or it's, lifestyle, or your environment. In fact, there's a show on Netflix you may have seen called The Blue Zones, which talks about the longest lived cultures on Earth, places like Icaria, Greece, and Mona Linda, California, Sardinia, Italy, those kinds of areas around the world where people are known to live the longest, and predominantly have very, very stress-free environments, is probably the most common theme among the longest lived cultures on Earth. Okinawa, Japan is another one that springs to mind. But, I guess for you and I, when we're living in this, westernized society that we live in, and a lot of to-dos and daily pressures, and even a little stress that comes up, just moving through our general day-to-day lives, it's important for us to be very mindful of things that we can do to not only live a lot of years, but to really ensure that we're getting the most out of life. And I think so much of that comes down to our mindset, and our ability to continue to learn and to grow, to take in new information, to stay consistent with our daily routines that we know add value to our physical and mental health. And so for me, it's a real priority, having just turned 51 just a couple of weeks ago. For me, my main priority in life now is just to get the most out of myself, so I'm in a really positive physical and mental and emotional state, because I want to be able to get into my 60s, 70s, and beyond, doing the things that I love, being physically capable, being able to enjoy time with my grandkids, which I'm sure are going to be coming along before too long into the future. And so all of those things require us to be in a certain state of mind, and also in a certain physical state. And, it's been said before that one of the greatest threats to people as they get a little older is not even so much, the likes of cancer and heart disease, although they are very, very prominent conditions that people tend to be more susceptible to as they age. But the biggest thing is just people losing their physicality. Simple thing like, falling over and breaking a hip or a bone or something like that. The number of cases of people who were in reasonable health, but had a simple fall, something like that, and they just haven't been able to recover from it. And from that point, it's been all downhill from there. So, you and I need to be really conscious and dialed into our physicality, our physical capabilities, and to be doing simple things to ensure that we remain agile, mobile, flexible, and even strong into our later years. And a lot of that gets down to how you prioritize your daily routines, your wellness routine, but also your daily and weekly exercise routine as well. And Peter Attia, he talks about, for anybody who's only got, say, 3 to 4 hours per week to dedicate to exercise, his advice is that you allocate at least half of that time to strength training, resistance training. That's because one of the first things to go as we get older is our muscle mass, our muscular capabilities, our muscle strength. And, they've done research that suggests that from the age of 30, every decade from there on, we're losing anywhere between 8 to 12% of our muscle mass just with age, unless we do something about it. And so for me, it's one of the most important things that we can do is to ensure that we're allocating an amount of time every week to some strength training. I like to allocate 3 days per week, 1 hour each session. So it could be a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, typically for me. But just do a little weight training. It doesn't have to be over the top. You're not going to end up looking like a bodybuilder or anything crazy like that, but you're just going to activate your physical muscular skeletal structure. You're going to get those muscles under a little pressure, and that is going to be so important as you get older, to maintain that muscle tone and that muscle mass. So really my message today is to get a hold of Dr. Peter Attia's book, Outlive, if you haven't already. You can get it on Audible, so you can listen to it as an audio book, or you can order it from Amazon, something like that, online. Really fascinating book to listen to or to read. And just ensure that every week you're prioritizing some form of strength training, because like I say, a lot of people walk, they do yoga, they swim, those kinds of things, and there's nothing wrong with those kinds of activities. I do all those myself as well, but we just need to prioritize and allocate a little time each week doing some strength training. There's another lady out there who also is getting a lot of traction on all the big podcasts and social media. Her name is Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, and she talks about muscle-centric medicine and how really we don't have an epidemic of obesity, which the basic stats suggest that we do, but really it's more to do with the fact that people just don't have any muscle mass anymore. And I learned many years ago from a gentleman by the name of Dr. Michael Colgan in the 90s that I think he wrote a book called The New Nutrition, and one of his key statements in that book was muscle is the engine in which fat is burned. And a lot of people just don't realize that, and they neglect it. So of course, do your walking, do your yoga, whatever it is else that that you do every week, but just prioritize that strength training, because it's so important, particularly as you age. That's my message today. Have a great day, whatever you may be doing, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Until next time, thanks for watching. Stay strong, live well. This is Zane signing out. Bye for now.